Hello, good evening, friends. Today I would like to just introduce some of the basic traits which are required by a person who want to pursue the career in management further. See, there are basically various type of segment where you want to first of all try and excel your area, niche areas also. Important thing is that nowadays the education is becoming more and more aggressive. Since if we understand, particularly in the point of view of education, if we go for a graduation level course and after some time we pass out the graduation, at a time we'll come to know in the competition of the market that the course whatever we have pursued it, which is having at the back end actually we are falling backside if we try to understand the competition which is going into the market. Now, if we go for the further course, like for more post graduation courses, you choose any respective field. That is not the thing that you should be only selecting one field. That this if we just have to compare with the doctor part or engineering segment or particularly in a special segment like chartered accountancies or like, see, there are certain things which we always want to, we cannot ignore when we talk on the particular medical field also. When there is the fraternities of medical fields are getting changed nowadays. Particularly gone are the days actually when the MBBS as well as the MD people were mostly actually concerned about that they are on the top of the level of the things of the earning part. Since we cannot ignore that they are still on the top level, that they can increase their potential to earn a good sort of income, and they are earning also, that we cannot ignore it. And if we compare actually other segments also, like branches of engineering and all, nowadays actually when we talk on the IT industry setup and all, it's totally different. Right, where we can come to know actually the graduate people who are pursuing the graduation as well as engineer people who are doing the BTech also are on the same line. Here the industry demands are on totally particularly special talents which they require, special skills they required. It is not mentioning only particularly that you have scored certain marks in the graduation level, your CGPA or percentages on a higher level like above 75 or 85 yeah, it is good, surely, but that in this case actually then you are the person who should look forward, particularly in the segment of getting into the colleges, getting into the lecture side of the colleges. If you go into the college sites, when you talk about the pursuing the further NEET examination and all, I think that career would be the better who have scored academically good in the particularly in the, but if they want to go for the industry jobs, they want to particularly go into the aggressive in industry job, here also there is a good opportunity and potential, but provided that their multidisciplinary personality should get developed. Again, the multi-skills talent should get developed by the people. Now, when we talk about the multi-skills again, and now we talk about the certain things going into the distractions parts also, we'll come to know actually there are two things which will always cannot ignore all altogether. What are these two things actually? When I talk about the particularly going to multi skills, nowadays the thing is that if you go for the 1 minute part about any sort of activity what we are doing, now the moment of the things are getting changed very detrimental, very fast the things are moving ahead, and in the pace of running actually towards competing with the others, that is most getting distracted towards the mind. This is one part. Second, the greediness is to be reduced. when we talk on particularly the achieving the certain levels of the careers, the greediness, the glamours, the particularly the attractions moreover the things. If this can be reduced at to certain levels, no doubt, as a human being, we will always have all sort of things. Six senses are available, sights, and all sort of things. That is all together that we cannot ignore that as a human being. But now these distractions, again the technological know-how. No, we cannot ignore actually the WhatsApp technology, the Facebook, the LinkedIn, and social medias and all. These are the one of the good tools for getting aggressive into marketing, awareness about about making awareness about your personality, making awareness about your visibility towards the crowd, whatever is available. But again, when we talk on the crowd part, again there are a lot of crowd which is getting attracted, which is particularly is not of a use of out actually. Preferably, we don't have any options. If someone is particularly trying to attract towards the certain things, he is looking forward particularly to learn certain things from that uh, person, or maybe his curiosity. That can be one of the things. But now here I want to just tell one important thing. See, your focus, if you are planning your industry, let what the newcomers or new students or career aspirants will always try to look towards what they should look towards the organization. They should look towards their qualities. They should look towards their adaptability. They should look towards their own particularly analytical things. If they are trying to look towards their own analytical things on what sort of capability and what sort of suitability they are suitable towards the organization, then there is no way that in an organization, if they are aspiring, maybe they can achieve it. It's not like that, if you are working with some Google brand, or if you're working with, Microsoft is only the things. Here you can create your own things wherever you are working. You should adopt and you should accept the organization, whatever you are getting. You should try to give 110% to that organization, what is possible. See, particular things are there. When I was in human resources, and I learned into the human resources when I leading the 100 crore brand organization, that was the first assignment at that time. See, I came to one important thing in Pune at that time, and when I was already into the management for some years before working to HR, but the inclination towards human resources was something different, so I joined. When joining the things, completion of management and all, joining the things, I come to know one thing. See, and you will agree with me. The organization, whatever you are learning, particularly to the book knowledge, if you are looking 100%, whatever you are read it, if you are implementing certain things, there are a lot of differentiation when you are talking about books and what you want to implement realistically at the particularly industry level or at the corporate office level. You'll always find all together the gaps. All together there are a lot of things and lot of hurdles, or lot of we can see particularly challenges to implement that thing. So you to overcome this all these things, what is that? What I will suggest here, the most important thing is that the two things which you want to get ahead into life, you have to build a multidisciplinary your personality, most of important. And if you are developing your personality in a right way, then I think there is no way that no one can stop you to achieve your goals. So the aspirants from the engineering segment or the aspirants from any other segment, maybe it may be considered as the same. See, nowadays the things are getting changed very fast, very fast. When we talk about the technology of AI technology and all together, we see that there are a lot of job are being over. And if we consider actually nowadays how the countries will compete, I don't know. I was reading one of the story when with one of the countries, actually they are having still, they are selling certain notes, their currencies, and to what, purchase vegetables and all. what I learned certain things from one of the article here on the social media itself, and at the time I came to know how they are behind. They are packing the notes actually, currencies, and they want to have vegetable. Now thereafter they got into the development, and then they have attached, and they have equivalency with the dollars and all, and they have rated their currency to dollars, and now the problem has been sorted out by certain things. But you can understand what are the things if you consider this type of countries, and if you consider actually the countries which are already 30-40 years ahead. You consider even India as well as other countries with US and UK market will not be able to actually understand. We are still 100 years behind. Nowadays, one thing projecting certain thing different when we talk on projecting that we have achieved the growth. What are the statistics we are having? What are the basis of things when we want to investigate all sort of things into the details of the things? We'll come to know that country's progress has been realistic or not. Lot of data are there, sir. Small policies are being implemented in a very different way. There are a lot of particularly non-clarity where the policies are also concerned. The policies are not very clear when you talk on them. There's only the particularly the flow which is going on. That's all, nothing else. Now, in the realistic way, when we talk on particularly the employment problem, and we talk about the students or career aspirants, nowadays the craze of careers is totally flow. Particularly the river is getting flow towards the slope as well as the sea. Okay, and now thing is that what the market is going, people are going behind without they are evaluating their skill set. We talk about olden days. There were only two careers which were also altogether seen. One is engineer, one is medical. People are actually my person is supposed to go to pursue the career in medical field. Now, if we go and very closely observe the medical field also, you'll find that to the certain level the doctors are also human beings, and also they are not very much satisfied at some level we talk about, but there is no option for anybody when we are taking 100% at the level. We have to go and we have to procure certain things in that way, and we have to get dedicated into that segment, whatever may be the field, irrespective to the whatever the satisfaction ratio, respective to the earning potential part, and all together. Now the thing is that when we talk on certain things, particularly mostly in segment of the career aspirations, now what I will tell, see, you do what your particularly inner intuition tells to you, not to do what the people will tell to you. When you do what the people will tell to you, you will land up with somewhere with the problems. But you will do by the intuition. Yeah, surely you will go somewhere into the great particular place. Maybe there may be some time which will required for that. That patience you should have, and that is what I just want to convey here. Secondly, you have to plan the particularly your way of actually social media also. The enthusiast, thirdly, important thing is that you should be very tuned with the nature. And if you are very tuned with the nature, I hope that you will get good and go, what you call as a God and Lord grace, particularly when you are talking about the nature. See, it is not like that you become particularly 100%. That is not only that all together then there is no need of further going and all, and that is all finish of the story. No, the process is still going on, and the process will continue. Now, thing is that for a student's aspiration, those people who want to pursue their career, particularly into the IT domain, certainly you have to be a different person apart from what the existing crowd is here. Maybe That is not for what I am trying to tell you here about your niche skills, about technical skills and all. Technical skills may be there with you. You can try to do the technical skills, but it is most important thing what I observe and what I got this survey actually. When the people get entered into the IT industry, they after some time they get into the stress levels. Nowadays when I see actually small particularly kids, as well as nowadays small children, particularly the young age people, nowadays there is a very craze is there. No one is having hardly 1 minute of time to understand impatiently and understand the particular problems and go to the problem and have the maturity levels and that sort of thing. Everyone is on the helicopter. Okay, they want to catch some flight. That's all, and that is the reason actually there is a stress is there. Everyone is behind the fast transition, fast transformation which is getting ahead into the world, and that is what, and it is being motivated everywhere that we should be very fast in all sort of activity. You will be behind picture रह जाओगे आप, so that is what actually the thing which is leading actually people. Now if you understand actually the technology part and the skill set also, try to understand one thing. Now one skill if you are learning particularly, and if you want to go into the one skills particularly good way, you have to be in a very particular things to devote yourself for that, for the skills. Now what is happening mostly, one thing we are learning, and when we try to go and adopt certain things in that particular things, another thing is coming towards that. And if another thing is getting approach here, then again we are attracted towards that, and we are trying to finish out with the things half-heartedly. Why? Because the need of hour is certainly these skills. So that is the reason actually what I want to tell you, that do not underestimate any sort of skills which you have accepted for your career, and don't try to make into the hurry that there will be no scope in the future if we are not trying to possess. For example, if I can narrate one example for the like people who have learned C language has been outdated now. See, when I went pursued the course at Diploma Computer Graphic Automation at the time in 2011 in Pune, at that time they told me actually I am doing something, some C double plus, C plus plus. So, and there was also Java. So at that time, so I told that we discussed that why you are not actually going for Java nowadays, or why you are not going for a C plus. We told over C. They told no, now this is not outdated now. This is the common statement what we are. And when I delivered the training in particularly management DY Patil campus, well, at that time we come to understand there's Dennis Ritchie who has particularly created this language research and all in that past way, the past in his past life. We'll see, come to know that lot of efforts he has taken, and still C is being used everywhere in the programming. So why this example which I am trying to give, it's not like that that you should keep any of the knowledge in backward side. Talk about the English nowadays. Yes, we are having all sort of facilities and all. We are trying to climb up with everything, right? So we don't bother about actually the previous thing, and we feel that we are very much actually intelligent in moving ahead towards hopping up the things and all, and we are trying to tell that yes, we have done it. I just want to tell two things to the upcoming career aspirants. See, the students, dear students, as well as dear career aspirants, you have to go for particularly career counseling part when we talk on the career aspect. And for that, if you require any sort of assistance, if you require any sort of guidance for career counseling, if you want career support, I would like to suggest that you should go for some of the psychometric test. Now, what is the psychometric test? Psychometric test will give you particularly justifications, and there are multiple things where not only a psychometric test, but apart from psychometric test, there are multiple things which you need to cater, particularly when the career aspiration is there. So for that, if you want any suggestion or any things about the career aspiration, now if you are thinking about job satisfaction is not there with whatever you are doing currently, so you should always try to see that how much satisfied you are in the job, and for the sake of job you are doing, so that is not actually fetch you for a long time. What I will try. So you can consult anytime. See, I have trained with various organizations. I have worked actually, and also let me introduce particularly in a brief way. Actually, I am Dr AbhaySirdeshpande, member of World Human Rights Commission, and all together I've done my graduation in environmental science, diploma business management in HR. I went for the trainer certification from Mumbai. Then I was selected from government of Agra for an you know 30 trainers were been selected in India. At that time we went for training for trainers, entrepreneurship development training, so A to Z. That's for 100 crore industry in all. So for that we have attended all the full-time faculty management development course also. Apart from this thing, went for various certification for HR certifications, Karnataka. Then I went for actually SAP, SCM. Then I went for ISO lead audits, and now also I'm pursuing again additionally secondary doctoral program from international university. In addition to this thing, this is what actually the things are there about my education part and all. And talking about that, I work with the HR segment, HR manager, HR trainer, as well as corporate trainer. I am also already into the trainings itself. Apart from this thing, I worked in vigilance, so fraud claim investigation from 3 different states: Maharashtra, Pune, then Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, Bengal, and all. After coming, I worked for some part in this thing as a C-level person, CEO, then as a CFO in Pune. Then I was actually attached to the government of Maharashtra projects, rural developments. I am going for environmental monitoring and assessments and all, having 7 executive engineer officers were there. And then I again came into the after that particularly this work into the SAP training. Now, when we talk on human resources, when we talk about actually the practical aspects, actually the interview techniques, we talk about the career aspirations and all, there are a lot many things which need to be developed for a person. Okay, and if you want to take on these things, so you should try to connect with me. My WhatsApp number is 88062 99053. You can connect on this WhatsApp number, or you can email me on jaybalaji1566@gmail.com. Thank you very much for your patience. This thing, hope these things will all together will be of more use to you. Anything particularly mentoring is required for you, also get connected with you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Have a nice day. You can also connect with me for any courses you required for learning for SAP training, SAP SCM, SAP supply chain, personality, communication, soft skills. You can contact me at any time. So my WhatsApp number is 88062 99053, 88062 99053, and email ID jaybalaji1566@gmail.com. I will also put into my this thing into writing the video. Thank you very much and have a nice day.